Fashion Insider friends, what is up? This is the Fashion Crimes podcast where I cover all things fashion, style, shopping, style inspiration, and interview incredible small business owners who are changing the fashion industry for the better. Yes, I'm the best friend you never knew you needed and the poster child for fashion over 40, and I mean way after 40. Say it with me, fashion and style are your friends, not your enemies. I'm Holly Katz, your favorite personal stylist, and let's keep it real, the only Holly you need to know. Turn it up, because I got a lot to say, and I am super stoked you're here. Hey, howdy, what's going on? Hello, thank you so much for listening and joining the show today. This is the Fashion Crimes Podcast. Damn glad to have you. I am so happy that you are here today. I am Holly Katz, your favorite personal stylist, and of course, the best friend you never knew you needed in fashion. Today, we are going to be talking about the who, what, when, where, why of the holiday season and dressing for not only holiday events, but the whole month of December. Okay? FYI, it's December. I mean, shit, how did we get here? Wasn't it summer just last week? I'm sorry. I'm like completely confused. I mean, I can't. By this time, you will have listened to the Hanukkah gift guide giveaway, and it will already be over. By the way, did you enter the Hanukkah gift guide giveaway? It was a huge success, and we're doing it again for Christmas. Yay for you. So instead of resisting what is and getting flustered and rushing around trying to buy gifts, we're going to figure some shit out, okay? We're going to work it out. We're going to talk about some options and trends for this holiday season, all right? The start of the holiday season, it definitely brings out the best and unfortunately the worst in people. And honestly, some people are like super happy for the week and some people are super happy for the month up until New Year's. And some people are really depressed already, adding extra pressure to the stress that they already have of their already stressful lives. I mean, getting dressed, it's just another added layer that people don't even want to deal with. So since COVID, even though we're still taking precautions, people are having events and parties again. So you might be a little bit strapped or confused on figuring out what to wear or how to go back into feeling confident about what you look like after being home for so long. And I do not blame you. I'm here to throw you a lifeline. Your inner fabulous is in there. I just got to bring it out, dust it off, and make it shiny and new again. It is possible, believe me. I've done it for hundreds of clients. I can do it with you right here, right now. Today, we are talking about what to wear, not only for holiday parties and events, but what to wear for this month in general. I'm just trying to inspire you, give you a few out-of-the-box ideas, save you from a few fashion traps that I hope you do not fall into, like wearing that one red sweater to your holiday party or wearing the one sparkly thing you have just because it's the end of the year. That shit is fucking tired. Okay. Can we think bigger? Let's cast our net a little wider. So let's be honest. I know there's a lot of sitting around the house during this time of year. Your kids are home. You're having people over. Maybe your parents are there or you're going to your parents' house. Maybe you're going to, siblings. Maybe you're having an open house where people can just come in and out. I understand more than anybody that comfort is important, but it doesn't mean that you do not try. Okay. Sitting around being dressed will make you feel better and motivate you to do more during the day than sitting around in clothes that you slept in or don't want to be seen in public in. That is a big fashion crime. Some people call it loungewear. I like to call it elevated casual. These clothes are probably some sort of stretch blend that definitely move with you. The choices in this category are pretty much endless, from super cute joggers to flare knit pants, which thanks to my sister-in-law, I have some now. She gave them to me for my birthday. Super cute. I mean, there's so many options you can choose from. If you pair something like that with a hip sneaker, and I want to say a hip sneaker is a sneaker that is a rec sneaker, not something you work out in, right? Pair it with a hip sneaker, a chunky sweater. Maybe you do a crop jacket and like a vintage tee. Add some chunky jewelry with that, some cool necklace, chunky earring, maybe some stacked bracelets, really cool pattern bag. and then you're good to go. You can stay home, you can go out. It's up to you. You're dressed for both. P.S. I'll throw you some links about some of these products in the show notes. That is something that you can wear around your house where you look dressed. And if you have to run out, cool. And if you stay home, that's cool too. So like for holiday dinners, I absolutely love the idea of going out to dinner with a few couples or friends instead of exchanging gifts. I've done that before. I think it's such a great idea. Regardless of where you're going, have a little fun, get dressed up. You're going out at night, you should look like it and not dress as you would during the day. I would say dresses or maxi skirts with boots are definitely a favorite look of mine. You can do a tall boot, you can do a bootie if you want to. If you're going somewhere like a little bit more casual, just stay away from the blue denim because again, you can wear that every day. That's not special. Wear a color-coded denim or like a leather-like jean, which is like a wax-coated jean. This is an absolute favorite staple of mine in my wardrobe, and it looks good at any size. Believe me, it does. There are tons and tons of brands to choose from. Pair something like that with some booties, statement jacket, and you're out the door. And you can also accessorize more if it's colder outside with some super cute gloves and a great hat. There's lots of different options for that. So if you're going somewhere super special, like a show or a concert or some kind of special event, I love to definitely put that at the top of the food chain and wear a dress. Doesn't mean you can't wear pants, but I prefer to wear a dress to something like this. I mean, you should look special. You should look dressed up. So a surplice wrap dress is a great way to show off your curves and your waist, which I have a couple. They're made by a bunch of different designers, but of course, Diane von Furstenberg created the original wrap dress in the 70s. There's going to be a link and a picture in the show notes. Surplice wrap means it wraps around. It's like if you lay the dress out flat and open it, it looks like three pieces. So you put it on and then you wrap it around once and then you wrap it around twice with a belt. Again, it looks great on any size person. That's a great option. But number two, is a maxi dress. When I say a maxi dress, it is a dress that definitely goes past your ankles. And I would say it definitely shows your shoes, but it doesn't hit the floor. I love a maxi dress. I wear a belt around my waist and I either again, wear it with a chunky knit or a bodysuit. That's been my jam lately as I've been wearing bodysuits. I really love the thong bodysuit that snaps underneath and it's pretty easy to go to the bathroom. But I just love the way that looks with a maxi skirt and throw a leather jacket over that. I just love that look for evening and put an evening shoe with that. I mean, banging look. If you're wearing a short dress, do me a favor and you have to do a sit down test before you walk away with it. If you sit down and it comes way above the knee or your thigh, the dress is too short. So you might have to get something a little bit longer, like right below the knee. When you sit down, of course, it will go above and be the correct length. What you don't want to do is buy something that's already above the knee and then you sit down and it's like mid-thigh. Yeah, learn that lesson the hard way too. So make sure you get something that's a little bit longer. So when you sit, it's not showing all thigh and ass. Pair that with some pattern tights. Definitely link from my brand bestie, Valen Milano in the show notes, and an evening bag, and you've knocked it out of the park. Definitely look for links on this. And when you're buying an evening bag for something like holiday or something to be festive, it does not have to be expensive. An evening bag is very different from an everyday bag. Put the money where it needs to go, and something that has to last for an everyday bag. There will be a totally separate episode on that. We're going to do a little bag lesson, but for an evening bag, you're just going to use for a couple of hours, a couple times a year. Make sure it's moderately priced. That is the what of what we're talking about. I want to talk about the where. Where you're living is very important when you're taking these fashion tips into consideration. I just want to say this. If you live in a super cold climate, a dress coat is a non-negotiable. If I catch you wearing a puffer jacket or ski jacket when you get dressed up, I'm going to find you. Okay. That's a no for me. If you've had the same coat for 15 years, let's get your ass a new coat. Guess what? There's new styles out. I'm going to give you, again, some suggestions for this, but Your outerwear, when it's really cold, is just as important as the outfit that you're wearing underneath. I'm going to say that again. Your outerwear is just as important as the outfit that you're wearing underneath. Do not skimp on this. I live part-time in Atlanta, part-time in New York City. You best believe I am barely wearing a coat in Atlanta. And if I do, I wear it from my house to my heated garage. In New York, you're wearing a coat for a really long time. You're outside for a really long time. And lately, your ass is sitting in a coat eating dinner outside under a heater. So your coat better be slamming, right? It better look good. A dress coat is just that, a coat that you wear over a dress, like a trench. It comes in a million different price points, a million different fabrics, heavy, light, it just depending where you live, but please do not skimp on this. Let's talk about the opposite. If you live somewhere where it's really hot or the seasons don't really change, you can still dress a little bit more festive during this time by wearing like lightweight long sleeves or ponte knits or something that doesn't scream summer. Light sweaters are my favorite, but what I really love is a sequin pant. Sequins do not hold in heat. They are certainly not something that you only can wear in the wintertime. Believe me, my ass is going to be rocking some sequin pants later this week because I'm going to be in Miami. And even though it's really festive during this time of year and it's going to be hot, I'm going to wear that with a sleeveless bodysuit and it's going to look amazing with my Bottega Veneta shoes. Yes, that's what I'm going to be wearing. So make it work for you. You can wear a heavier pant with a lighter top and vice versa. You can wear a sweater, a heavier sweater with a skirt, and you don't have to wear any leg wear, but don't wear the same clothes you wear all year. Even if you live somewhere that's really hot, it's still December. It's still a holiday time of year. Don't make it look like you're wearing the same clothes year round. Don't be wearing your bathing suit in December, even though it's hot enough to do that. And again, I want to talk about who I'm addressing for this. We're talking to you with me, no guests today. I just want to say, we're talking to you today, not who you used to be, not who you're going to be, not when you lose weight 10 pounds from now, who you are today. And let's totally use me as an example, right? I am middle-aged, can't really skirt around that one. I just turned 48 years old. And as I like to say, I'm on the 50 upswing. I mean, shit, I'd love to lose 10 pounds, but I'm not going to. One of my sisters, she always says, look, this is as good as it gets. Okay. This is it. I eat the way I want to eat. I'm not going to eat any stricter. This is the particular exercise regimen that I'm on. I'm not going to exercise even more. And that's it. That's for me. It's not for you. It's what I like to do. It's what I have time for. I'm not going to change it. I might vary my exercise routine, but as a whole, I do exercise on the regular. Fine. With that being said, when you take your weight out of the equation and we just focus on your style and what you like, a lot of these issues will go away. Not forever, but you'll feel really good about yourself because you'll be dressing for the body you have today. Whether you're a little bit older or a little bit younger, it doesn't really matter. The rules are still the same and they still apply. When you dress for the body you have today, people around you will think you've lost weight. If you don't believe me, try it out. People are going to start to notice that you're taking charge of your style. So if you can relate to any one of these issues, wanting to lose 10 pounds, feeling middle-aged, feeling beat down, feeling run down, or like, are you kidding me? Now I have to figure out what to wear. Like, I don't even want to fucking go to this party. If you're going to make the commitment and go, really go for it. Go all out. Make people turn their heads. Make people look at you. Make people notice you. You don't have to buy something new, but understand what you're dressing for sure. And make that effort. It's just going to make you feel better about yourself. I promise you. And speaking of the why, I want to keep it real for you. As we're getting older and our bodies are changing, we really can't fall into the trap of, at my age, I shouldn't be doing this and I shouldn't be wearing that. I just see a lot of people who are honestly dressing really, really safe. Some people call it old. I like to call it safe. When people ask me questions, they're already feeling in a state of like carrying around old baggage from childhood or teen years. Sorry, maybe that's just me. I don't know. But some of these things, like, for example, maybe you're a child of divorce. Maybe you have low-key fear of abandonment, maybe from your kids or from, your partner, or maybe you had to raise yourself because, your parents were working, and our friends are starting to now, unfortunately, pass away, which is a huge game changer for me. All of these issues are really the deeper why of, you need to let me throw you a lifeline when it comes to fashion and style. This is one thing that you have total control over. You can improve upon this today and have instant gratification and get you out of a slump or even out of your comfort zone. Because when you're in your comfort zone, you're safe and nothing's ever going to change. And I just want to say, this is like the second funeral I've been to in the past couple months. And this is going to be like the 9th or 10th person from our high school class that has passed away. And it's just, I'm really starting to be over this. The problem is that it's very easy, especially for me, to feel invincible, walking around, day to day, going through the motions. But when you really stop and think about what matters to you most, whether it's family, friends, career, etc., a lot of people really get lost and have a hard time coming back to themselves, figuring out what kind of person they want to be. I'm kind of going through that right now with my podcast and my business. What kind of legacy do I want to leave behind? Are we somebody that somebody thinks we should be? Are we people pleasing, or are we burying ourselves in family life or hiding behind our kids? And I've seen that in a lot of clients, people that don't realize that they're hiding behind their kids, thinking that I don't need this. It's cool. I'm fine. I want to make sure my kids have everything, that they have everything they need. We're trying to bring you to the forefront, and style and fashion is just such an easy way to do that, like instantaneously. And I have only ever focused on me. I mean, I don't know what that's like to take care of others. And I think it's weird not to focus on ourselves, but I haven't been in that position until I got married and had my stepson, where it's not about me anymore, right? So I get where you come from. I get that most people who are mothers, they don't focus on themselves. It's so easy not to. And you can fall off the wagon when it comes to doing things to yourself. It takes practice on giving space back to yourself, and think about who you were before you became who you are today. Let's tap a little bit, just a little bit, back into that when you were carefree and it was a different time for you. And maybe you dressed a little bit freer, or maybe you dressed a little bit more fun, or whatever your story is. Let's tap a little bit back into that and bring back some of that old you and just apply it to your age and your life phase today. I just want to take a few seconds to talk about a few key takeaways. We're just not dressing for holiday parties. We're really dressing for the entire season, right? We want to take this as a very nice end to a year that we came out of kicking and screaming, but alive, fashionably misguided. We don't know what to do. Are we at home? Are we not at home? Are we vaccinated? Are we around people who are vaccinated? With the political climate and COVID being every other word that everyone's talking about, let's tap back into what makes us happy. And if you need a lifeline, let's try fashion and style. Let's try that for you and see if it works. Let's be festive without stating the obvious. I don't want to see any ugly ass fucking Christmas sweaters. Okay. I don't care if you think it's funny. I mean, I think it's funny too, but let's just give a nod to the season by kicking it up a notch. Let's get a cool jacket. Let's get some fun shoes. Let's get some great statement earrings. Don't be afraid to get a little bit more dressed up during this time. Just because it's December, it doesn't mean you have to wear that one red sweater that you have. I'll never forget my client who had like 17 red sweaters. I said, wow, you must really love the color red. She goes, no, my mother-in-law just gives me a red sweater for Christmas every year. I was like, does she hate you? I mean, I just don't get it. That is bizarre to me. Like, why are you letting her give you a red sweater you don't even like? Stop. And then you're wearing it. No, help, stop. Anyway, I nipped that shit real quick. Okay. So she doesn't have to worry about that anymore, but that I just will never forget her. And I want her to be free of that and not feel trapped that she has to wear a red sweater just because it's December. Don't let who you used to be dictate who you are now. I'm guilty of that too. I was a child of the 80s. I had fear of abandonment. I had a latchkey kid, after school specials, straight up, no phone, no internet, no nothing. Like that is how I grew up. So it's a little bit of a whirlwind to try to like keep up with social media and keep up with what's going on today and trying to be hip and keep up. But I'll tell you what, I do have this solid, firmly planted in the ground. My style, my sense of style and my sense of self grows stronger every day because I know what I like. I put in the work. I know my body type and I love to get dressed because I love what I have. And you can get there too. That's just it. The baggage that you carry around from your past, it can and will hold you back. It has held me back before. I'm trying to break free of it. I'm doing a lot of inner work. Again, that's how I express myself is through fashion and style. You can do that too, whether you paint or you're an artist or you do something else for expressive creativity, whether you do interior design or you draw or whatever it is, find something that will feed your creative spirit. And I love feeding my creative spirit by helping you make good fashion choices that will help you feel better about yourself. I am so nice. God, I am so nice. Anyway, I'm also so humble. I'm really humble. I promise I am. But I love helping you. I love it. I love the questions I get. I love the emails. I love the texts I get. Should I wear this? Should I wear that? Do you like it? Am I fat? Am I skinny? Do you love me? Like I love my clients so much. And I hope that you will consider becoming a client. And if not, there's a lot of free help you can get from me anyway, because I'm watching you. Okay. Like I said last week, a couple of weeks ago, God sees everything, but so do I. So that is all we have today. You are welcome. Thank you so much for listening. I hope I brightened your day today. I certainly cracked myself up. If anything, I love making myself laugh, which is not very often, but I'll never forget when I was nominated for Best Personal Stylist or something in Atlanta. I did not win, clearly. It was from some magazine that's like free in the grocery store. And when I didn't win, I said it was such an honor to nominate myself because I did nominate myself. But hey, it's a funny story. So anyway, my name is Holly Katz, your favorite personal stylist and the best friend you never knew you needed in fashion. Hit me up, send me a DM, write me a letter. Please, I would love to get a letter. Send me a smoke signal. Let me know how I can help you. I'm going to be looking fly this month. I'm just saying, I try to look fly every month. But this month, especially, happy Hanukkah to all the Jews. Shout out to all the Jews, everyone who celebrates. And for those who celebrate Christmas, Merry early Christmas to you. Do not forget about the Christmas Guide giveaway coming up on December 13th. I have some great new designers that I'm going to be working with. So excited. Got a lot of great content coming up. Thank you so much for listening. Please leave me a 5-star review. Send me a screenshot of it, and I just might give you a shout out in the next podcast. This has been Fashion Crimes Podcast. My name is Holly Katz, your favorite personal stylist and the best friend you never knew you needed in fashion. Happy Hanukkah, and I am out.